from Alchemy Support Services, and I wanted to come on here and start a YouTube channel. So this kind of video will be like a little introduction on who I am, who Alchemy is, and what you can expect to see on this YouTube channel. So I am a disability support worker. I have been for 6 years. Before that, I had no knowledge about the disability industry. I didn't have any family members, any peers. I just was not exposed to any kind of disability, which is a shame because I didn't see any representation in media. I was so blind to it. I kind of fell into it when I was at uni. This was like a recommended job as a support worker to gain experience, gain knowledge, gain skills about how to communicate to different people, different backgrounds, different experiences, different ways of communicating. And I thought that was just so interesting. I got to meet really cool people. I got to really just expand my knowledge and expand my outlook on the world. I was just so closed off side of people. I was just very sheltered in that way, I guess, which is, yeah, terrible. So I actually dropped out of uni because I loved this industry so much. I loved meeting people, and I felt like the career I was going down was more sitting in an office, you know, still helping those, but it was not a lot of contact time. You'd probably see someone once a week for an hour, and I just wanted to be more involved, more physical, more out there. I decided to become a support worker, and over the years I realised that there's a lot of room to be done in the disability industry. The providers I worked for, and this is just my experience, the providers I worked for, there was a lot of lack of communication. I didn't even know participants' goals. I didn't know the steps in which they wanted to achieve those goals. That participant had to explain to me every single detail, and that's so draining to explain to every single person that comes into your house. And a lot of people see a lot of people a week, and it's very fluctuating. Like one day you can be set up with this person or this person and this person, and it's just like, it's so chaotic for that person and trying to explain, and it just puts them back, and it just does a whole lot of disservices for everyone involved. You know, support workers get fatigued, the participant gets fatigued, and it's just chaotic. But I know there's a lot of good providers out there, and I want to be one of them. So that's a little bit about me and my background. What led me to start my business is not finding an adequate workplace, so I decided to make it myself. I wanted to be a provider that people could trust. I'm reliable. I have support workers that are reliable and love what they're doing. And I really wanted this business to be very person-centered. A lot of communication, like you feel like you're a person, you're not just a number. Create an environment that encourages you to complete and work for your goals and just empower you to live your best life. And I want to also be an advocate for you and get you what you're entitled to, and just break those barriers, inclusion, everything like that. So that's a little bit about Alchemy. We're based in Port Macquarie in New South Wales. We do programs to empower, to create independence, to maybe gain employment. But that's not really what this YouTube channel will be about. This will be more about sharing knowledge, creating a community. If you're wanting to become a NDIS provider, I'm going to share my knowledge and share my tips on my process of becoming a provider, because I find a lot of the providers in the disability space in Australia are people who are business minded, because you do have to be business minded to be an NDIS provider, and I think that scares a lot of people who are more person centered and don't have that business background. That scares them off and they just stay as an independent support worker. So I want it to be more accessible for people who want to become a provider, have the good intentions, and make it that little bit easier for you. You know, the auditing process, the structure, tips on how to be more person-centered, processes to keep that communication between support workers and allied health and their support network and the participant themselves. And I want this to be a community for NDIS participants, or even if you're just in the disability industry or you know someone. I want to share, you know, NDIS updates and explain it in a more tangible way. And I want to share knowledge on your rights, what you're entitled to, how to get the most out of your funding, what to ask for, what documents to have, and who to speak to, just a lot of stuff about advocacy and expanding your knowledge, or, you know, if you're a carer, expanding your knowledge for maybe a loved one or someone you know. I want this to be, I don't know everything, so I would love for people to share their knowledge with me, what they know, what worked for them, and just get a diverse group here as well. So if you have any topics that you would like me to cover, first off, then please let me know in the comments. If this YouTube channel is something that you would benefit from, please subscribe and you'll be first to know when we release any videos. I want these videos to be really informative, really easy, simple, step by step, and just hope to improve some lives. That's really the purpose that I have started this YouTube channel, really, is just to share knowledge and make your life easier. See you next time.